Alrighty, greetings and welcome aboard, Heavy Metal Truckers. Once again, we're your hosts. I am Pincushion and this is Doppler. I know it's been a while since we have made a video, but life. Yeah, life happens. We do want to try and do this more often, just scheduling life. It kind of goes by quickly, and so time goes by quicker than I realize currently, so.
Does it ever?
But, regardless, we are here today because we are going to check out, well, overall we're going to be checking out several tracks today, but be split between individual videos. We are going to be checking out a new single that was released around a month ago from Lacuna Coil called Gravity. Damn near forgot it. As far as Lacuna Coil is concerned, I was mainly interested in them way back in the day. I'm talking Heaven's a Lie era. Well, that was on Camille Come. It started with the C. I don't remember offhand. And I really enjoyed that just because it was more of like a, dare I say, a gothic nu metal sound.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I would call it gothic metal. Yeah, I think that's a good way to call it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, they were. I understand they were like the competition or like they were the competitor to Evanescence. Like, I guess you could say from a business perspective. Evanescence was more orchestral or symphonic, depending on what term you want to use, and Lacuna Coil was more just on the metal side with just aesthetics and, if I'm not mistaken, the lyrical content as well, but also instrumentally they did have that more gothic vibe. But anywho,
I apologize for my cat popping in the video there.
oh, I didn't even see it because I was staring at
Yeah,
that thing.
she started to try to eat the phone. It was funny, but anyway.
Nice. So yeah, because of their later works have been kind of hitting more mainstream and like, well, I mean, what they were doing back then was kind of mainstream as well for that era. So it is what it was, and it kind of carried over now. But supposedly, there's a chance that they may be going back to their older sound, which I've been noticing a lot of groups have been doing so. Or seems to. But anyways, we are going to check it out. Lacuna Coil, Gravity, once I figure this stuff out.
While you're doing that, I can give my spiel.
Yeah,
So for me, I've never been the biggest fan of Lacuna Coil. I've never not liked them. I was always a bigger Within Temptation fan. Or even Evanescence more than them, but especially Within Temptation. I actually saw them in concert with Within Temptation back in 07. And I actually found Lacuna Coil to be very boring. Mainly because Christina sang to her knee almost the entire time. I think I've talked about this in another video before.
you have, and I've also mentioned how Chad Gray, whenever he did the Mitch Lucker Memorial show, that's damn near what he did the entire time. I mean, it sounded good, but still.
Yeah, it's a pet peeve of mine at live shows. Like, you can do it periodically, but when you spend like the majority of the show doing it, it's a turn off for me for a band, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I wasn't overly impressed. Now, what is it, Anders? I think is the guy's name. He was good. I enjoyed him. Like, he was far more, you know,
Appealing.
Appealing to the crowd and all. Than she was. Not that she didn't talk to us or anything, but like when you were actually singing, he was more engaged with the crowd than she was.
Can you see it all right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's play it.
Decretum Vagare
so I need to figure out how to do something else with this, but
What?
So, what are your thoughts on that little minute intro?
So far, I liked it, honestly. It definitely had an older feel to it, so I agree with what a lot of people were saying.
And that's not even the main one that people were saying that it has an older feel.
Interesting,
Mm-hmm.
because you definitely sense it in this one. It definitely has an older feel. I like the fact that they brought more of that orchestral element in this one, at least so far.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, so far so good, and they both still sound good. So
Yeah. Let me try and figure this out again. You know what? I got an idea. Hold up. Oh, this is annoying as shit. I don't know how I've done it before.
you don't remember how we filmed it before?
Not entirely here. That was intriguing.
Yeah. Overall, I liked it. I don't know if I'd say I loved it, but I did enjoy it. The refrain did feel a little closer to, or a little to, what's the word I'm looking for? Or the chorus, I should say. Felt a little, per usual, I can't think of words. I don't want to say commercialized, but or radio edited, whatever, radio edit style. You know, it's like it's
Radio friendly.
yeah, like it's something you want to sing along to, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you know, when you compare it to like other parts of the song that really aren't radio friendly per se, you know, I don't know, it's kind of an odd juxtaposition or whatever the hell that word is for me.
Yeah, it sort of is, and I don't know. It's just a lot of. I mean, yeah, it kind of has an older sound to it, but at the same time,
It does. There's still that, yeah. And it's not because she's singing clean at all.
No, no,
It's
no,
got
no, no,
nothing to
no.
do with
It's
that.
no. It's
You
for
know?
me. It still has the overproduced sound I've heard over the last 5 years, and just sound too clean to me.
Basically, to me, it feels like a refrain, or excuse me, a chorus that was written for people to sing along to, which, like I said, isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Well,
but
you're wanting that whenever you take into mind that this is like something that they have to treat as a business. This is something that's extremely
absolutely,
yeah, extremely. It has to be extremely catchy, and people will have an earworm and they'll want to purchase it so that
right.
they make their sales. So,
And
like,
and it's not. I'm not necessarily complaining they did that, but my issue came with, like I said before, the rest of the song outside of that wasn't that way.
right.
So it was that weird combination that just kind of, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain.
No, I get what you mean.
But that outside, like, I like the way the song sounded. You know,
yeah,
I like the musical. I like
it was extremely
music.
well for
They
what
sounded
it is.
good. Yeah, yeah. Like overall, I still liked it. I just wouldn't say I loved it.
Yeah. I might go ahead and just put the next single within this video as well, since it's both Lacuna Coil.
This is both of them, yeah.
I forgot to share the sound as well, so.
Oh, that would do it.
All right, let's redo this. All right, here we go.
There you go. Yes, much better.
I wish you were dead inside of my head, a particle of dust that slowly disappears. Please keep walking with that grin on your face. You're still making me feel smarter than a grain of sand. 10,000 prayers cannot heal the regret in our ceremony of despair. I didn't think the epiphany of the gate could come back to me to fold in unexpected ways. I thought it would have been a give and take. I gave it all, you got me nothing instead. I wish you were dead inside of my head, a particle of dust that slowly disappears. The curse in my breath, spit out in the wind. If this is the end, you need to disappear. Footprints in the sand, eroded by tides. The wheel of time deletes all corrupted files. You can't hurt me now. My heart is buried. It's 6 feet under. I wish you were dead inside of my head, a particle of dust that slowly disappears. The curse in my breath, spit out in the wind. If this is the end, you need to disappear.
I wish you were dead.
I wish you were dead inside of my head, a particle of dust that slowly disappears. The curse in my breath, spit out in the wind. If this is the end, you
same coffin from the first video.
Do what?
That's the same coffin from the first video.
I wish you were.
It's called budget cuts, sir. Get used to it.
No, I think it was actually meant to be that way.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I'll let you go first.
Honestly, I loved every second of that.
Mm-hmm.
I
It was-
absolutely did.
It was a perfect like audio performance, and
Yep.
it was entertaining as shit to watch.
It really was. The music videos
That-
have is what
that-
made it so good.
That is how you do a music video in this day and
Yes,
age without
like-
spilling coffee everywhere. Hold
Yeah.
on. Okay. my
Like
keyboard's
literally,
fine.
I can't really say anything negative at all
It
about
was-
this one.
It was.
It was
No, here's the question, though. Here is the question we must ask ourselves. Do we think it would have sounded nearly as good without the video accompaniment?
I think I still would have liked it, but I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much because the music video definitely added to it.
It was just a beautiful accompaniment, and it was just perfect. That is how you make a killer track, and how you make a killer video, and make it all work together. Even
Yep.
if it's not your cup of tea, coffee, whiskey, whatever, it is still extremely well executed.
Yeah, no,
That-
absolutely.
That and like of course there were some parts in it that were cheesy, but it just made it even better.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, there were some parts that were cheesy, but honestly, if it made it better. It fits.
It made it
so
better
well.
in because they used it in a comedic aspect.
Exactly. It kind of reminded me of how they would have done it back in the '80s, sort of thing. It was done
Yes.
really well.
Absolutely, that was amazing. Yeah, just the whole time, just extremely catchy. It wasn't intricate. It didn't need to be. It was just a solid groove, and just something that the brain psychoacoustically can just keep on a rhythm with, and be able to keep on the tracks and just carry it through the entirety of it. And that's the biggest issue that I have sometimes with metal these days, is they try and be too intricate, and it loses your average Joe. Like, the only people
Right.
you're gonna really captivate is those who are snobs, which I'm not saying that in a negative way, but the snobs and those who are pretentious who would enjoy that. It's for that crowd. And yeah, to be able to have commercial success, or to be able to really to be able to maintain yourself, yes, you do need to try experimental new aspects, but you need to have the same fundamentality. I'd say that fundamentals
Or-
of of being able to work with the natural process of the brain and how it works, especially in this day and age. Like, it has to be an immediate catch, or close to immediate catch. It has to have a hook, and that hook has to keep on. And it's difficult to do that these days. It is extremely difficult to do because everyone is just has the attention span of a bloody gnat.
Mhm.
So
No, and I think even like this song was one of those songs that even though it wasn't super heavy, but because of that, I think even a lot of non-metalhead songs would like it.
well, I
Because
thought it was
it's fun.
heavier than the last one, just because it's not so much as necessarily heavy, but it's a consistent punch. that it packs.
Instrumentally,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Instrumentally.
In this one, it was catchy too in terms of like the chorus and everything, but the whole song was. So it fit. There wasn't that
The-
weird.
Yeah, it still had a gravitating flow within the verses, and
Exactly.
then it's just pounding on the chorus,
Mhm.
just, but not in a way that would be, not in a way that would be offensive, or not.
Oh
Really
yeah, not
offensive.
at all. Yeah.
Not really offensive, just overdone, I guess you could say.
Right.
Yeah, it was just
It was
Lacuna Coil. You did great on that one. I want to hear and see more. Like,
yeah,
you
that
got-
was a fun song.
yeah, I know in the past you guys have had great music videos. You and Cradle have amazing cinematography, and Behemoth has gotten extremely good with that as well.
Orange
That-
always had good videos too.
Oh yeah, so you guys, like, I hope you guys can continue this other focus on cinematography and making a play out of your music video, which is what a music video was supposed to be in the first fucking place, like back in the what, late 70s, early 80s.
What's that? Sorry.
The
Got
like
distracted.
no, you're good. Like music videos have their whole purpose was to essentially be a play to accompany the track, and like that's the way it was done since like the late
Yeah,
70s.
that was big in the
mid-
80s.
Yeah, because I couldn't remember. Because I thought there was some stuff that was going on in the late 70s, but it was supposed to accompany the
could've been.
track. Yeah, and
Michael
wa-
Jackson was like one of the first big ones that used to do that.
oh, absolutely. But again, along the way, somehow people have lost the concept of what a music video is. Again, I understand being experimental, but whenever half the time I don't even watch music videos just because they make no sense. Like they don't accompany the piece at all, and it's just there to show off instruments or just I don't know.
A lot of them is just a band playing the song, singing it anymore.
Yeah, and so, or yeah, like showing off their instruments and doing that, and just trying to attempt to show how heavy they are, rather than if your lyrical content and lyrical subject matter is good enough as a track, it will convey that way just as good within a music video.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
fucking well done. Can't say enough good things about it. I hope to hear more on that.
Yes.
And
Yes, I agree 100%.
all right, so we are going to end this video on that note. Doppler, you got anything else to say?
Nope, that was it.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we are moving on to the next. And until then, guys, keep rolling heavy.